It was a double whooper. There's something chemical in that.
He says, what I would tell any entrepreneur that thinks they're going to disrupt, you have to be 20 times better, at least.
Hello. Grande amico, come stai?
Bene, tu sopravvissuto alla corsetta.
The run, yes, the run, of course. So I did five sessions of 4.5 kilometers every 4 hours. So every block of 4
So
hours.
even during night. Oh.
Exactly. So I ran at 11:30 p.m. last night. So that was the block of 10 p.m. till 2 a.m. So I snuck it in at 11:30. I went to bed at 12:30, and then I woke up at 5:30 and I did the run. 5:45 I did my run. So that's the 2 p.m. to 6 a.m. 2 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Are you training
block.
to become a mentally stronger investor?
Yes, exactly. Mentally stronger. Yeah, in everything. Yeah, exactly. In everything. I'm going back to basics, Arnie. My wife, she doesn't like when I think philosophically, but she lost 100 pounds last year. Okay. And then she gained some back. But when she lost the 100, we did a big party, the balloons. But me, I know it's her whole life she's struggling with this stuff. So I knew that she was going to gain some weight back. I knew it. Like once you hit the 100, you celebrate, boom. And then it's like a little pizza here, a little dessert here. So then today she said she was talking, because she has a trainer they do on the Zoom. And he said he was asking her, like getting into her mind, because she just gained back, I don't know, 10 pounds, maybe 15. I don't think 20. So 10, 15, let's say. But the trainer, he had another client. He said this client lost 100 pounds in the past and now gained back 120.
It's always easier to gain. Different from the market.
Exactly. So the trainer was asking my wife, but my wife didn't. She lost 100, and like I said, she gained 15. So he was asking her, he goes, but tell me what goes on in your head. You work so hard to lose the 100 and you just let it go back. So I told my wife, I said, wow, that's so interesting, because I think I understand. It's like you lose track of the basics. Like when things are going well, you have a routine, you have a formula, and then when it's going too well, you're like...
You become complacent.
So I was sleeping well, and I was drinking a lot of water, and I was exercising. Let's say at my best, I was always doing basically these things. And even, let's say, I was praying more often. But then you get a little busy, and you're like, okay, a little less prayer, oh, a little less exercise, oh, I'm very busy, a little less water, oh, I'm very busy, a little 1 hour less of sleep. But go multiply that over weeks and months and 2 months, a lot less water, and then also a lot less sleep. That was my point, is like going away from the basics, the formula that worked, that got you to where you are, and now all of a sudden you want to abandon it. How does that make any sense? Like I'm criticizing myself here. What kind of sense is that, So you can't forget really what got you here.
That is why I told you, write things down. Since the pandemic, I started writing on this. This is actually the second I'm writing. Not because by writing you automatically become better, but you are kind of committing to yourself in re-elaborating your thoughts. And for instance, I wrote there that, okay, with Palantir, I need just to be patient. I know I want it, but I want to have it at the price I want, not at the price the market wants. So it's not easy to start, and it's not easy to be consistent. And actually, I'll tell you that I started writing less the more I became complacent that everything was going well. When things go wrong, you start, you see all your big paper gains evaporating. It's like, okay, maybe I should start writing again.
Absolutely. Yeah. So same thing with me. I used to write. I have a book like that, and I was writing, and I would write what maybe, let's say before the pandemic even. I would write what time I woke up, and then I would go for runs very often. So I would write, okay, today I did 5 kilometers. And then I would write what I had for breakfast. I would say blueberries, raspberries, and a banana. I would write what time I got to the train. I would do, let's say, my prayer time, 25 minutes. I would write it down. I would write down what I had for lunch and the rest of it. And this, I was at the pinnacle. When I was doing these things religiously, I was at the top of my game. And then when you're at the top, you're like,
Yeah, now I'm pro. Everything just goes fine.
yeah, as if it got there by itself, as if it was an accident.
No, but if you think of it,
it's crazy.
When you have crazy big gains in little time, you become complacent because you think you're smart. And as you think you're smart, you don't need to make the effort. I mean, I'm smart. And that is what kills your gains, kills your process. So back to basic is true for training. For instance, my basic is abs. I know that when I start losing track of abs, then I start gradually degrading on all the aspects. And when I'm completely lost and I need to get back on the routine, first thing, abs, 8 minutes every other day, and then gradually add other things on. And also with mountain, I have my little mountain close to my house. It's like, okay, I really don't feel like doing it, but I feel I need to do it. So you just need to start all over again. With investing is no different. I studied a lot, but in reality, I said, okay, what are the basics? What are the companies I really want to have? And then I started, okay, this is the starting position. Is it a good price to wait more, to give more weight to the position, or can I just wait? And this is what I've done with Palantir. I know I want it. Then it went crazy high, and then it dropped a lot. But I was, okay, is this a price I would really want to pay for this company I want? At 20, it's like, it's not bad, but not a price I would buy. Let's wait. Who knows? I mean, the market often is stupid. Let's not be stupid in rushing in. So the idea is always you need to make the market your slave and not to become the slave. And is also what affected many people right now of recession. But the problem is that if the price already incorporates a recession, even if a recession happens, the market can rally because during the recession, people will start saying, oh, Netflix lost just 1 million users rather than 2 million, plus 7%. Less worse than expected. Remember these things. With market, it's not.
I noticed that.
With market, it's all about the expectations that imply certain things. You just need something to be less worse than it is expected to rally. If the expectations are super negative, like now, all the asset managers like chickens go super defensive, let's buy Coca-Cola, let's sell all the good companies growing. They have, the asset managers right now have the most conservative portfolio they can have, the highest level of cash they can have, which means that basically they want to stay out. Is what they say, risk-off mode. But staying risk-off mode when the market is so low is actually riskier because you risk of seeing this crazy rally like today and say, the market is doing plus 35%, my Coca-Cola is doing 0.50.
You were saying this recession stuff in the past. We have it recorded, and especially in the height of the panic. I think the day before I had my peak fear, we recorded, and it was exactly this you were speaking of. You said there's an inherent problem when everyone's screaming recession, and also it was so funny. I noticed the Netflix thing. It wasn't super terrible. It was bad, but not super bad, and it rallies. We haven't seen rally on not terrible news in a long time.
Yeah.
I think since Q2 of last year. So now we're rallying on not terrible news.
In the last period,
you don't even need to be good anymore. Just
even if something was less worse than expected, everything dropped. Maybe even stronger. But you see,
Exactly. If Apple said something bad, the whole market would go down.
yeah, but that's why I have Apple as my biggest position, because I know that is the last stock asset managers want to sell, and the first they want to buy. So it's like, okay, let's take advantage of the chicken asset managers.
Exactly. And one more thing I wanted to say, I saw that you tweeted about people calling this a bear market rally. But if you saw that, I responded to one guy, and I don't even know who he is, that guy exactly. I saw one of our friends respond to him, and he's like, "Oh, this is a bear market rally. I'm taking the cash." I responded to him. I said, "I don't know exactly." I said, "But like, what do you like? You don't know. You literally don't know." So, and this guy, I don't even know who he is, I swear, but he has like 65,000 followers. I don't know if you know who that guy was. But it's like, you really have no idea. So why are you talking? Why? You literally have no idea. This could be the greatest rally of all time, or it could be the biggest fake out of all time. But you literally have no idea. Why are you talking? And back to Chicken Genius. What do you know, Chicken Genius? You don't know. You don't know. You're talking. You don't know. It could be the best. It could be the worst. Either way, you don't know. You have no business talking, and do what you want. And then the guy responded to on Twitter. This is what gets me nervous. Sorry, these people. That's why we have to. I want to continue doing a clean out of everything so I could stay focused. I'm not going to close my mind to everything, but I need to stay focused on my plan, because my plan made sense. I just let myself get distracted. But this guy on his Twitter bio, it says not financial advice. But you guys, you're giving financial advice, saying, just shut up. Just shut up. If you want to take the money, because you want the money, take the money. Nobody's telling you not to take the money. But to post it on Twitter like you're a guru now, then bear market rally, dead cat bounce. Stop. They're so toxic. These people are so toxic.
Yeah, but I love them, because my theorem is when I realize that someone is stupid or say stupid things, and I know they are stupid, that reinforces my opinion.
Yeah.
Arnie theorem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it makes sense. Just like we've said with Gabriel on our last episode, the mental part. I mean, you really got to develop that mental part. Let me ask you: have you? Well, I know that you also, it was tough for you, but you stayed strong during this one. But was there points mentally? Can you talk to me about maybe your lowest mental point in your investing career and how you handle it?
Well, I would say I always have lows, but because maybe the size is increasing.
Mental lows, mentally.
So I had many.
Yeah.
But maybe because I survived once. And the very first time I went with a portfolio down 30%, because in Italy, every time they want to make the Italian market go down, they start with a narrative, oh, the Italian market, oh, the risk of Italian banks. And I was, okay, but I'm investing only in industrial companies having no debt. Why should I be worried? Everything down, completely down. And the first minus 30% I had was, oh my God, I'm ruined for life. But then I was studying at uni, so I really couldn't think too much of a portfolio. I just stay focused on surviving my MSc finance. And then the market went from minus 30 and my entire portfolio doubled. And it's like, okay, maybe I just need to do nothing. So learning to do that is extremely difficult. It was extremely difficult even during the pandemic, because even if I started the year with a lot of cash, like I was invested only 20% when the pandemic started, then I get FOMO'd in the extreme fears, like, okay, extreme fear, I was just waiting for that. And I bought too much too soon, rather than, okay, let's add, wait, let's add, wait. I was like, extreme fear, buy, boom. That was a mistake. But with the pandemic, it was hard because the level of noise there was extreme. Much worse than right now. And I was also in the chats with all professionals from investment banking and so on. Oh, it will be worse. Everyone super expert now. They were sharing papers
Yeah.
from investment banking. Oh, the recession will last 10 years. We will never recover. The world will never be the same. Sentences like that. And it's like, okay, I need to detach. If I detach, I can survive. I had bad days thinking, oh my God, what I'm doing. And I start learning, okay, the moment I see I'm bad, it's like I can't do it any longer. That is a moment to add, or just to make the portfolio more aggressive. And I had a similar situation few weeks ago when I told you, it's like, okay, I mean, everything I'm doing, I know I'm doing kind of well. I mean, I have Apple, which was one of the least hidden stocks. I bought into Palantir at a very good price.
Exactly.
So actually, I should not worry. Still, it was mentally hurting. And when I felt, oh, I can't stand it any longer, because what kills you more is not a sudden drop, is a prolonged bear market, especially if you want to invest full time. There is nothing worse than something with very little volatility just going down. It's like, okay, I will never succeed again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's tough. It's really a mental battle. And if I'll just jump in, that's why we didn't explain it earlier, but now that we're into it, so I decided just to do this exercise. 48 hours, every 4 hours, every block of 4 hours, I'm going to do at least 4 kilometers. Most of them have been 4.5 kilometers. And you know what? My wife asked me to go to Costco with her yesterday. I never go to Costco. We were there 10:30 in the morning, and she's like, oh, they have the hot dogs here. Let's see. I don't need hot dogs ever. I don't need junk, really, you know? She's like, oh, let's have one, $1.50. I'm like, okay, whatever. They had a Polish one. I had 2 Polish. They were so good.
Now you're poor, huh?
I was eating there, and it just came to me, almost like your Burger King moment. Almost like your Burger King moment, your Burger King story. Maybe we'll repeat it later, but there's something about eating junk food that maybe like enlightens the mind. And I was eating the thing, and it was delicious, first of all. And I said, because this challenge of 48 hours, I wanted to do it a long time ago, but I guess I just delayed it. I put it in the back of my mind. I said, oh, why am I going to do it? I'm going to get tired. I'm going to get hurt. I'm busy, right? But we are busy, but if you don't make the time, you're never going to do anything. So I was eating that, and I go, I'm doing the 48 hour challenge, and it's like almost a year I don't think about it. So I'm doing it. Now, today, I started right away. It was 10:30. I did my first run at 1 p.m. or something. And boom, that's it. And my point is just to overcome the mental battle. And with these physical challenges, there's a lot of mental gain to be won. So that's it. I just wanted to jump in with that. And yeah, it's going to make me a better investor, I think. And it's going to get me back to the basics, because like I said, I'm 35 years old. Nothing's really been super easy in my life, but nothing's been too hard. But I've been good at everything I do. But I have to work hard. I work hard. I pump. You know, you pump out the school, you pump out the work, non-stop at home, and that's life. So basically, it's sort of like I said, like a repentance for letting myself get affected so mentally with this bear market and correction that we had. So I just felt like I need to overcome it with something physical and get back and not even. And it's going to help me. Like, I really feel bad for doubting myself, doubting this plan that I've grew over the past, that made a lot of sense, that I've revisited so many times, always made sense. And then, like, you know, abandoning ship out of fear, which is terrible. You can't live life like that, you know. Anyway,
well, it's all about mental training, and physical training is more mental than physical, actually. And I see it when I hike the mountains. It's not a matter of power, it's more a matter of not giving up. You're tired, you're exhausted, no matter what, you're on track, you go until the top. And this mental attitude of I need to go to the top despite I'm suffering is what makes you develop the ability to focus on, okay, what is really important right now. Is a sort of meditation. Ray Dalio always insists with transcendental meditation and so on. That can be fine, but the idea is the same. You need to do exercise in whatever thing you like that makes you in that flow mental space, and try to train that flow, because flow is what can prevent you from doing good decisions to wrong decisions, but you need to train. And it's no different from gym. If you don't train, you will not get results. Here is all mental, but maybe that is why it's so difficult. But to train your mind, it's always better to train also physically. I actually wonder how Buffett trained us mentally so much while eating only Coca-Cola and junk food. But I believe it's true that sometimes junk food can open up your synapses.
Well, it's true. So like we said, mine with the hot dog and yours with the Burger King. If you want to just tell your Burger King story, I love when you tell it.
Well, I have a smaller trading account, and when Putin attacked, I was invested in Alibaba, maybe Apple, but mostly Alibaba. And Putin attacked pre-market, Palantir minus 10%. And I was, okay, if there is one company, one trigger, it was Palantir meeting war. And I've been saying, and I was not hoping, but I was waiting for something like that to happen to make a boost in the Palantir growth. And as I saw it, Palantir minus 10, all the stocks down. It's like, okay, Arnie, be calm. I just had to go to the mechanic. How you call the mechanic? I need to fix the car. The light was not going, and I was oh gosh, 200, 500 euros to pay. Is like in the end they were only 15 euros, and I was okay. I still feel rich now. I can go to Burger King to to celebrate. And while I was at Burger King, I started thinking, okay, what should I do now? Because that minus 10% was hurting. Despite Palantir was not a big position, it was, okay, should I be scared or should this be the opportunity I wanted? And I was, okay, Baba is kind of flat. Palantir is minus 10%. Let's exploit it. So I had that moment of clear thinking, and I was happy that on the trading account, as Palantir opened at minus 10%, Baba was flat. I sold all the Baba, went Palantir, and Palantir went from 10 to 13, 14 in very little time. And then gradually I reduced Palantir to take AMD in the trading account, and now I'm still all AMD in the trading account. But I'm very happy of that moment of focus.
Yeah, so maybe we discovered something with the junk food. Maybe we need a bit of junk food.
It was a double whooper. There's something chemical in that.